All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing our last review for the first season of Tales of the Walking Dead, because this is now for the season 1 finale, episode 6. It's called La Dona. Alright dudes, so I want to go ahead and finish up with our reviews for the first season of Tales of the Walking Dead, now with the 6th episode. Alright, so maybe we'll do kind of an overall video later giving our thoughts on the first season of Tales of the Walking Dead, whether or not it'll be renewed for a second season. Really not sure, because AMC has a whole bunch of Walking Dead series they're going to be doing next year in 2023. There's the Daryl series, there's the Rick and Michonne series, there's the Dead City series with Negan and Maggie, and then there's still Fear the Walking Dead, can't forget about that, which is still continuing on for a little while longer. So that's 4 series, so if they do a season 2 of Tales, that would be 5. Maybe what they'll do is they'll do a second season of Tales in like 2024 or something. I don't know. We'll see if they even want to do it, depending on how people felt about the first season. So I thought that this season of Tales was good first episode, bad second episode, good third episode, great fourth episode, okay fifth episode, and now to finish things off with this finale episode, unfortunately I'd say it's another just okay episode. If I had to rank this episode, I'd probably put it actually in maybe second last of all the episodes from the first season of Tales. I thought it was maybe a little bit better than the second episode, but I didn't think it was, as good as the first or the third or the fourth or even the fifth. I really didn't like this episode that much. Going in, I thought it looked pretty cool for La Dona. It's basically, if you haven't seen it, kind of spoilers, but don't worry about it. These are new characters that we probably will never see again in The Walking Dead, which does kind of take away a little bit from it as well, too. I think that it's kind of a one-shot deal, and I have had some comments from people saying that some of the episodes feel kind of pointless because you get to see like a character, 2 characters, and you, depending on the outcome of the episode, you may never see those 2 again. And so what's the point of watching the episode? I guess just if you enjoy it is really what it comes down to. If you enjoy the episode, that's the point. But if you don't, then yeah, that's a bit unfortunate, because it for a lot of these characters, it's going to be a one and done type of deal for their episodes. So yeah, this one not that good. It's basically like an Amityville horror episode, I want to say, in Walking Dead. So there's basically no zombies in the episode. Like, there's a couple like outside the gates of this house that they find themselves in. So basically, we get 2 characters. We have Eric and Adalia, I think is how you say her name. And they find their way to this house that they're told about by Maria, of a healer, I guess. And they get there, they meet this older lady who asks them to leave. They refuse to do so. Eric kind of gets ready to maybe tackle her or wrestle with her or something, to try to stay or something, because they are kind of freezing outside. They're not doing well on their own in the zombie apocalypse, and this house is a really good location. It's got firewood, it's got a fireplace, it's got lights, it's got candles, it's got running water still, so it's kind of a place that would be really good, in a self-sufficient place, really good chickens and things like that. There's even a parrot there, and it's a really good spot in terms of everything that it has, in the zombie apocalypse for them to go to. So they don't want to leave. There ends up being a bit of a scuffle, and the older lady, who it's her house, she falls down, hits her head, and assumedly dies, I guess, or something of the sort like that. So something like this, right? So basically, they decide to take the house and stay there, and they do. And pretty quickly afterwards, they start hearing voices and kind of the Amityville horror type of thing. It's a haunted house type of episode, and that's basically it. So the best thing I can compare Tales of the Walking Dead to, this is not the first episode that's like this, so is episode 5. But it's like Goosebumps, or like Are You Afraid of the Dark, or something like that, where each episode, that's the closest thing I can think of it as, is like a different a group of characters or a different character, and some kind of scary thing or something like that. A lot of times happens during the episode, and that's the best thing I can kind of compare it to. The Alpha episode is somewhat of an anomaly, but it also too has elements like with the you've got kind of the mist around the ship and stuff like that, and kind of the intro and stuff. It's just very Goosebumpsy, or Are You Afraid of the Dark? I made up a Goosebumpsy, made up a word there. But you guys get what I'm saying. Like, it's very it's like that. That's what it is. So that can be okay in some cases if you really like a couple characters you relate to, and you like them in an episode or something. You get to see them like I do with Alpha, and a lot of you guys do with Alpha, or the first episode with the Terry Crews and Olivia Munn characters. Really good. This one, not that great. The two characters here for me, Adalia and Eric, I find to be just okay. Eric I actually don't like. He kind of forces his way with an elderly lady to be able to stay, and kind of takes her place. So he's got kind of a villain, sort of a mini villain arc going, and he also fights with Adalia a lot. It doesn't seem like they get along that well. He doesn't seem that smart to me, and he just kind of seems like kind of an aggressive, stupid, not a very good boyfriend type of, gonna wrestle with older ladies in their own house when they ask him to leave. He doesn't seem like a good character, not one that I would really want to watch. He seems more like a villain character, like I'm thinking like Walking Dead season 2, where they go to the bar and there's Rick and Glenn and Herschel, and then there's the two guys at the bar. They're like, you got a farm, Herschel, you got a farm, and they're like inviting themselves to the farm and stuff like that. So Rick shoots him with a Colt, and it's awesome and everything. You guys remember this? It's like that. Eric is one of those characters. He's like inviting himself to stay, and it's like a defenseless older lady, and so he's going to do this and stuff, and he kind of takes it, and she gets hurt in the process of his actions. So he's not a character I like, right? Based on that, he's one of those. What are the names? Was it Dave and Tony at the bar? Something like that. Season 2. That's going back like 10 years now. But yeah, you guys get what I'm saying. He's not really a good guy. Now, Adalia is with him, so and she seems fine. She seems like a good person, and she wears the cross and stuff like that. And there's some CG of little Jesuses getting off the cross and like attacking her and stuff. Again, this is very Goosebumpsy or Are You Afraid of the Dark type stuff. House is haunted. Lady's coming back. She's haunting them. She's yelling at them. They go down the basement. It's like so Goosebumps. They go down the basement, and there's like these things in the basement, and like growing like vines and trees and stuff, and it's literally Goosebumps. That's what it is. So it's like the only thing that's different is that these are like full grown people instead of like being like 10 years old or something in the Goosebumps episodes, where they go down the basement and they see all this stuff and they're like spooked by it and stuff. That's it. The only thing that's missing is like their lunch boxes and their like 90s backpacks and stuff. So it's what it is. But I thought the first part of the episode was good. It had a good start. The first part up to about halfway, and then it dragged because it's just like, okay, we kind of get the idea. They're being haunted. Eric's not likable. Adalia's okay. But then as you get through the rest of the episode, nothing really changes. It just continues with haunting. Some Maria or whatever comes up to the gate, and she's not alive, but Eric thinks she is, and they're seeing stuff, and one of them seeing stuff, and the other one's seeing stuff, and then by the end of the episode, the older lady comes back and condemns them, has superpowers, as like forces them out of the house, and like I don't know, sends them to the basement or something, and they get Goosebumps trapped into the vines or something. I don't know. And then I guess we're to assume that they die there or something like this. Now, I thought they were going to do a twist at the end of the episode. This is what I thought they were going to do. As the episode was playing through, I thought, what if she's like a healer and stuff? So what if she didn't die, but when they get there and they start eating the food, what if the lady put like, drugs in the food or something? And then the whole rest of the episode is like them being on a trip, and then they wake up and they find out that, like it's revealed at the end of the episode that she had poisoned them or something. They were tripping the whole time throughout the episode, and then she kills them or something like that. Or they get away, which might be even better, because you kind of want to see that, at least for Adalia, you kind of want to see her get away, because she doesn't seem like a bad person or anything. So maybe the old lady kills Eric and Adalia gets away or something. That'd be probably a better ending in my mind. So instead, they don't do that. They go with like the full-on Goosebumps approach, where the old lady traps them there and puts them in the basement. So I'm confused. Again, I said this after the second episode. Does Tales of the Walking Dead, do the characters and the universe have to fit to the physics and the rules of the reality set in The Walking Dead? Or is this like a Twilight Zone thing where you're going to different realities and so you can just do whatever you want? See, that's where I'm confused, because I'm sitting here saying to myself, okay, I understand in Goosebumps you can do that. You can have the lady have superpowers and be one with the house, and so she dies, but then her ghost kills the people or something, gets revenge on them or something. That works in Goosebumps and in Are You Afraid of the Dark, because it's not a set reality. It's not a predefined reality with sets of rules. The thing with Walking Dead is it's Walking Dead universe. It's a predefined, already established decade plus the comics, couple of decades, or okay, is it a couple? Maybe not quite. Almost a couple decades worth of a universe and comics and then TV series. I feel like with Tales of the Walking Dead, it has to confine itself to the reality of the Walking Dead universe. Or if you're going to say that it doesn't, you have to kind of say like it's then like Walking Dead Twilight Zone, which is sort of like Walking Dead, and then you are now entering some, I don't know, different reality or something. This is the problem I have with some horror movies, like It and stuff like that. People love It. But I look at it and I say, like how did the physics of the clown guy, like, how does that make sense? Like, how does that fit in reality? How is it based? Because it kind of seems like you're just writing in that the clown can do whatever he wants anytime he wants, and he's a shape-shifting liquid monster or something. It's like, okay, I understand he's shape-shifting, but how does he become liquid? This is one of the problems I have with horror genre as a whole, right? And sometimes sci-fi as well, too. It's like, don't we have to set clearly defined rules for the universe that you exist in? Unless you're going to do the Twilight Zone thing, which I kind of understand, then you just do whatever you want because the universe is like a multiverse of different Twilight craziness, right? So then it's acceptable. But if you're going to have a reality that feels like the one we're in, or that feels like Walking Dead reality, it kind of has to limit itself to some of the rules of said reality. So if you're in the Walking Dead universe, I'm not saying with Tales of the Walking Dead you're limited, you're bounded, but you kind of, if you're going to say it's in the Walking Dead universe and these characters exist in the same world as Rick does, then you kind of have to fit the episodes in a reality that fits within Rick's reality, within Daryl's reality, within, I don't know, Fear of the Walking Dead, Alicia or Madison or any of the others' reality, Rosita's reality, all of our Walking Dead old school alum, Morgan's reality, everybody. Like, if you're going to say that this is Walking Dead, it's Tales of the Walking Dead, don't you have to then, fit it in that reality? Having some lady come back from the dead, Amityville Horror style, Goosebumps style, and condemn them to the basement or whatever where they die or something to get revenge on them after her life is over, doesn't quite fit. Whose mind, like, is this in someone's mind? Whose mind is this in? Is this in Dahlia's mind, or is this, and then she wakes, but at the end of the episode she has to wake up from it so that thus it fits to the reality. You see where I'm going with this? Do you see what I'm saying? Which is why I think that if the healer lady had poisoned them at the beginning and the whole thing was a trip and then they wake up and fight out of it or whatever near the end, that's okay. But it has to be based back into the Walking Dead's reality that all of our other characters exist in. Unless you're saying it's Twilight Zone and it's not really the same universe as The Walking Dead. And because you had Alpha too, right? So there's a perfect example. I mentioned all the old school Walking Dead characters. Yeah, an Alpha episode, which I would say is canon and did occur within the canon universe of the Walking Dead universe for AMC. You see what I'm saying? I guess I'm taking Walking Dead more seriously than the people who created these episodes. That's the problem. Trevor, you're the problem. I'm the problem. I'm taking it more seriously than the people who worked on these episodes. I think that's what's happening here. So I'm going to... So Alpha had an episode. It felt real. It was real for me, dudes. So, the other episodes have to also confine to the reality. So why do we have old lady coming back from the dead and with superpowers and condemning them to the Amityville Horror Goosebumps basement? That's the question. Comments below, answer me my question. Almost no zombies in the episode. Not a bad thing. Just wanted something a little bit different here near the end, I think. 5 out of 5, 5.5 out of 10 for me. Not 5 out of 5. 5.5 out of 10 for me. Not a great finish out to the season, which is unfortunate because I felt like if this episode rooted itself in the Walking Dead universe more in a more concrete way, then it would have been okay. It was just the way that she came back and then kills them, and then you have to, like, what? I don't know, try to reconcile this, which I cannot do. So, and if you're going to say that these episodes don't take place in the Walking Dead universe, they're just, Twilight Zone style, then why did we have an Alpha episode? She shouldn't have had an episode. You see what I'm saying? It's got to be it's one or the other. Your Twilight Zone craziness, you just do whatever. You can do anything. We could have the governor come back to life and kill Rick or something, and that's okay because, it's Twilight Zone craziness. So you see what I'm saying? Otherwise, it has to fit in with the others. And I feel like this episode and the second, but especially this one too, doesn't really fit in the same universe as the rest. And that's a problem. I expect an answer from this. And I think that logically they've worked themselves into a corner based on what's in the episode. I don't think there is a logical answer for this one. Unless they follow up with another episode in season 2 or something. Okay, that's it for this review, guys. The Amityville Horror episode of Tales of the Walking Dead. Not great, very strange, doesn't really fit in the universe. Let me know what you guys think. That's it for our review for the first season of Tales of the Walking Dead. Not bad. Maybe we'll do a stream tonight. We'll kind of recap season 1 and see what we think going forward. If there's a need for any more, or if they should just stop after this one. That's it for this video, guys. You can assume for another Trev. Same peace. Later, guys. See you soon.